My child, this woman is placed in your life by God. Don't dare to ignore her, because she is not just someone passing through. She is not a mistake. She is not a distraction. She is not a random person sent to waste your time. She is part of your destiny. She carries something inside her that heaven trusted her to deliver into your life. You don't have to understand it now. You don't have to feel ready. But I am telling you this very clearly: if you look away from her, if you dismiss her, if you disrespect her, you will regret it deeply. She is not just someone who crossed your path by chance. She is not a fleeting moment in your life, nor is she a mistake or a distraction. This woman, placed in your life, carries a purpose so deep it can only come from God. She is not here to fill a gap or pass the time. She is woven into the fabric of your destiny, a thread carefully chosen by heaven to bring something sacred into your world. You may not see it now, and you may not feel ready for her presence, but her arrival is no accident. Ignoring her, dismissing her, or failing to honor her could lead to a regret that lingers for years, a weight you'll carry long after she's gone. There's something about her that stands out, something that makes your heart pause, even if you can't put it into words. You might try to explain to others why she feels different, why her presence pulls at something deep inside you, but the words might slip away. That's because what draws you to her goes beyond the surface. It's not just her smile or the way she carries herself. It's something your soul recognizes, something your eyes can't fully see. She carries a spiritual weight, a divine assignment that even she might not fully understand yet. But heaven does. And you were chosen to be part of it, to witness it, to support it, to protect it, and maybe even to receive the gifts she brings. She wasn't sent to fit neatly into the life you've planned. She's here to challenge it, to shake it up, to break it apart if needed, and to guide you towards something truer. Her presence will stir things inside you that you didn't know were there. Her voice will awaken parts of you that have been asleep for years, parts you've ignored or buried. Even her silence will speak, carrying a quiet power that echoes in the spaces where noise usually drowns out truth. Her kindness will feel unfamiliar, almost strange, because the world has taught you to expect less, to accept cruelty dressed up as love. But she's different. She doesn't know how to pretend. She doesn't play games with your heart. She's here with purpose, and that purpose is tied to you. This woman may not come with a perfect past. She might carry scars, wounds that are still healing, stories she doesn't tell easily. But those scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of her strength, of battles she fought without applause, of grief she carried in silence. She has protected people who later turned their backs on her. She has prayed through nights when no one knew her heart was breaking. And yet, she stands here now, still soft, still loving, still shining with a light that no darkness could take away. She's not here to impress you with a polished image. She's here to touch your life in a way that changes you, that leaves you better than you were before. You might meet her when you're tired, when your heart feels heavy, or when you're not ready for someone like her. That doesn't mean you should let her pass by. God's timing doesn't wait for you to feel prepared. His plans don't align with your convenience. This woman is a divine appointment, arriving when your soul needs her most, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. Pay attention to the signs. Notice the way life shifts around her. Trust the quiet pull in your chest that tells you she's important, even if you don't fully understand why. She carries prayers in her heart, deep ones, not just for herself but for someone she may not even know yet. Maybe that someone is you. She dreams of peace, not chaos. She longs for real connection, not shallow moments. She wants to build something lasting, not tear things down. She has walked through pain and come out with healing in her hands. Don't dismiss what she offers. Don't meet her warmth with coldness. Don't treat her like an afterthought when heaven sent her as an answer to prayers you didn't even know you prayed. Some people might not understand her. They might whisper things about her, question her, or try to box her into their small ideas of who she should be. That's okay. She wasn't sent for them. She was sent for you. She doesn't fit into shallow conversations or petty drama. She doesn't need to prove herself because her worth was sealed by the one who created her. When she walks into a room, something changes. When she speaks, hearts listen. When she loves, it's real and deep, like a river that runs steady and true. She is not ordinary, and you can feel it in your bones. You have been trusted with her presence, and that is no small thing. Heaven looked at your life and decided now was the time for her to enter it. So don't push her away. Don't silence her voice or treat her like she's replaceable. If you do, you'll carry the memory of her forever, the way her eyes held truth, the way she showed up when others walked away, the way her words stayed with you long after she spoke them. That memory will ache, a quiet reminder of what you let slip through your hands. She's not here to complete you, like some missing piece of a puzzle. She's here to remind you that you were never alone, that God has been with you all along. She's here to walk beside you, not to lead or follow, but to share the path with grace. She carries answers to questions you haven't asked yet. She carries wisdom you didn't know you needed. She carries warnings too, but only if you're humble enough to hear them. She won't shout or beg for your attention. She'll offer what she has, and if you turn away, she'll leave quietly, but the silence she leaves behind will be louder than anything you've ever known. Some people come into our lives to test us, to push us, to teach us lessons we didn't want to learn. But a rare few, come to bless us in ways we could never have imagined. She is one of those. She is a living prayer, a reminder that love can be pure, that faith can be deep, that healing can come through the touch of someone who carries God's light. She won't force you to see her value. She knows what she's worth. She's cried too many nights for people who couldn't see it, and she won't make that mistake again. She'll give you a chance, maybe two, but not forever. If you think you can come back later, after you've sorted yourself out, you're taking a risk with something sacred. Because when she's gone, the space she leaves will feel heavier than her presence ever did. She's not looking for perfection in you. She's looking for truth. She wants respect, presence, not empty promises. If you can give her that, you'll find a kind of love that changes how you see the world. Colors will seem brighter, time will feel slower, and you'll want to protect her because her softness is rare. You'll want to grow because her strength is quiet but contagious. You'll want to pray because her faith stirs something holy inside you. She might challenge you in ways that make you uncomfortable. She might ask questions that force you to look at yourself, to see the parts of you you've hidden away. That's not her trying to hurt you. That's her loving you the way she was meant to, honestly, without pretense, without letting you stay small. There may come a day when you look at her and realize what she is. Maybe it will be too late, and you'll watch her walk away, still blessing you even as she goes. Or maybe, if you choose wisely, you'll hold her hand and walk forward together. You'll thank God you didn't miss her. You'll wake up one morning and feel a peace you didn't know was possible, because she stayed, because you stayed, because you both listened when heaven whispered her name into your life. Right now, while she's still here, while her eyes still hold hope for you, while her voice still speaks your name with care, don't turn away. Don't wait for life to teach you what you could have known today. She is more than enough. She is light, grace, and purpose. She is sent. And you are the reason she's here. Handle her heart with care, because some gifts, once broken, can never be given again. Some assignments, once ignored, return to heaven with tears. And some women, once gone, become the lesson you carry for a lifetime. She is not just a woman. She is your turning point, the answer to prayers you forgot you prayed, the shift your life was waiting for. Don't let her pass by. Her presence is like a quiet song, one that hums softly in the background until you stop to listen. When you do, you'll realize it's been playing all along, waiting for you to notice. She doesn't demand attention, but she commands it in her own way, through the way she moves, the way she speaks, the way she carries herself with a grace that feels almost otherworldly. You might wonder why she feels so familiar, even if you've only just met. It's because your soul knows her, even if your mind is still catching up. She's not here to fill a role you've scripted for her. She's here to rewrite the story entirely, to show you a path you didn't know existed. You might feel unprepared for her, like her arrival caught you off guard. That's okay. God's gifts often come when we're least expecting them, when we're standing at a crossroads we didn't even see. She's not here to fit into your schedule or your plans. She's here to show you something bigger, something that stretches beyond what you thought you wanted. Her love, her presence, her purpose, they're all part of a design that's larger than you, larger than her, larger than both of you together. But you have a role to play in it, and that role starts with recognizing her for what she is. She's not perfect, and she doesn't pretend to be. She's real, with a heart that's been bruised but never broken, with a spirit that's been tested but never defeated. She's walked through storms that would have crushed others, and she's come out stronger, softer, wiser. Her scars are not flaws, they're stories, etched into her being, telling of nights she spent praying, of days she kept going when giving up would have been easier. She's not here to show off or prove anything. She's here to share something, to give something, to be something that changes you in ways you didn't know you needed. You might meet her on a day when everything feels wrong, when your heart is heavy and your mind is clouded. That's not a coincidence. God sends people like her when we need them most, when we're ready to grow even if we don't feel ready. She's not here to fix you, she's here to walk with you as you find your way. She's not here to save you, she's here to remind you that you were never lost. Her presence is a gift, but it's not one you can take lightly. It's a gift that asks something of you, to show up, to be present, to be honest, to be worthy of what she brings. She carries prayers in her heart to old ones, new ones, broken ones, and bold ones are prayers she whispered under her breath when no one was watching, when the world was too heavy and the night was too long. She prayed when her voice trembled, when her soul was tired, when her knees ached from kneeling on floors made of stone and silence. And though you may not have known it, some of those prayers were for you. Yes, even before she knew your face, your name, or the sound of your laughter, she was speaking your soul to heaven. She asked God to protect someone she hadn't met. She asked for mercy to cover you, for grace to chase you, for strength to meet you in your lowest hour. She didn't know what battles you were fighting, what lies you were believing, or what shadows followed your steps, but she asked for enough light to help you keep walking until your path and hers finally met. And now, here she is. Not perfect, not without scars, but sacred, an answer sent in human form. She dreamed of a life filled with peace, not performance, with honesty, not half-hearted gestures. She longed for something real, something she could build without fear of it being torn down again. She walked through betrayal, abandonment, disappointment, and still, she stands, not bitter but better, not wounded but wise, not hardened but holy. Her hands carry healing not just because she read some good words or heard some sweet songs, but because she lived through fire and came out with something precious in her grasp, the ability to love deeply, forgive quickly, and hope relentlessly. She's not here for games, not here to be impressed by charm or titles. She's not moved by empty promises or shallow apologies. She's here for truth, for depth, for destiny. And if you're the one heaven has sent her to, then listen, this is not a coincidence. Her presence in your life is not random. Her timing is not an accident. Don't dismiss her gift. Don't meet her tenderness with silence. Don't look into her eyes and pretend you don't see the divine spark inside her. Because if you do, if you treat her like she's just another person passing through your life, you'll feel that loss for years. You'll remember the way she loved her with eyes that saw past your walls, with hands that reached for your heart, with prayers that covered your wounds before you even spoke of them. You'll remember the peace that followed her, the clarity that came when she spoke, the way heaven seemed to listen more closely when she prayed. You'll realize too late that you were trusted with something holy, and that's a weight no man wants to carry. You see, not everyone is sent for everyone. Some people are placed in your life to teach you lessons, to stretch you, to test your strength. But then there are the eons of those who are sent to love you in ways that heal what you never thought would be healed. She is one of those. And people might talk about her. They might roll their eyes or scoff at the way she walks with quiet confidence. They might not understand why she doesn't settle for shallow conversations or perform for the approval of the crowd. They might try to put her in a box too small for her spirit. But that's okay. She wasn't sent for them. She was sent for you. She was sent to speak the language of your soul, the one even you forgot how to speak. She doesn't belong in the noise of gossip, or in the company of those who see with eyes but never with hearts. She doesn't need their validation, because she's already been approved by the one who shaped her from dust and light. When she walks into a room, the air shifts. When she laughs, it's like heaven is near. When she loves, it's a tidy, steady, powerful, pure that washes away fear, shame, doubt. She doesn't come with chaos, though her presence may stir your spirit. She comes with clarity. She comes with conviction. She comes with a calling on her life that can't be silenced or dimmed, no matter how many storms she's had to endure. And if you've been trusted with her, if heaven has allowed her path to cross yours, then you need to know, you've been entrusted with a soul that carries divine weight. You've been chosen to receive what others couldn't handle. That is no small thing. So don't push her away because you're afraid. Don't silence her voice because it calls you higher. Don't ignore her presence because you don't yet understand your own purpose. Because she won't force you to see her. She won't beg to be kept. She'll offer what she has, fully, openly, vulnerably, but if you turn away, she will too. And when she leaves, she won't slam the door or scream your name. She'll go quietly. But the silence she leaves behind will thunder in your soul. The absence of her prayers, her laughter, her insight to it will echo through your days in ways you never expected. You'll see pieces of her in strangers, hear her words in your mind, feel her absence in places where you once felt found. And the weight of that loss will settle deep. Because she wasn't just a woman, just a friend, just a lover. She was a divine assignment. A holy whisper. A vessel of healing and light. And though she's not here to complete you because you were never broken, just blind, as she's here to remind you of what's been walking with you all along: grace, God, truth. She's not here to lead you or follow you, but to walk beside you, shoulder to shoulder, soul to soul. She'll challenge you. She'll inspire you. She'll correct you when you're straying, and comfort you when you're weary. She carries wisdom not from textbooks or trends, but from experience and intimacy with heaven. She hears what others ignore. She feels what others numb. She knows things she doesn't even understand fully, but still she speaks, because obedience matters more to her than opinion. And if you listen, really listen, you'll find that she carries answers to questions you haven't yet formed. She sees the cracks in your foundation, but she's not afraid of your ruins. She knows how to rebuild, not with bricks of ego or fear, but with truth, compassion, patience, and faith. So if you feel a stirring in your spirit when she looks at you, don't run. If her presence makes you question everything you've built alone, don't retreat. Let her love you in the way she was made to love you, not with possession, but with presence. Not with pressure, but with peace. Let her teach you how to listen again, how to trust, how to believe that maybe, just maybe, God didn't forget you. Let her remind you that heaven's timing is rarely early, never late, and always worth the wait. Let her stand beside you as a mirror, showing you not just who you are, but who you're becoming. And if you are not ready, if you're too afraid or too distracted, at least have the courage to tell her honestly. Because she's not here to waste her fire on someone unwilling to warm their soul by it. She's not here to throw her pearls at the feet of indifference. She knows her worth now. It took her years, tears, and divine encounters to learn it. So don't take her lightly. She may look soft, but she's built of resilience. She may sound gentle, but she carries heaven's roar. She may offer love, but it's not because she needs you, it's because she was sent for you. Her love is not for validation. Her presence is not for attention. She is not a guest in your life. She is a holy message in human skin. And you, dear one, have been given the chance to receive her. What you do with that chance is your choice. But know this, if you walk away, if you let her slip through your fingers because you're not ready to be seen, known, and held at your most sacred level, you will remember her. Not just with longing, but with regret. You will remember how her words made you pause. How her silence made you ache. How her goodbye felt like something inside you was being pulled out and carried far away. And when years pass, and other faces come and go, none of them will carry what she carried. None will make you feel the way she did, like you were standing in the presence of something eternal. She wasn't perfect, number. But she was anointed. She was yours, not by ownership, but by assignment. She was your reminder that God still sends answers in the form of people. That prayers are not always answered by events, but by hearts that collide in divine timing. That healing doesn't always come from solitude, but sometimes through connection so deep it feels like revelation. And that kind of connection, once known, cannot be unknowable. It marks you. It calls to you, even from a distance. It lingers like a fragrance you can't name but always recognize. So if you still have her, cherish her. Protect her. Honor her voice, her calling, her spirit. Water her roots. Celebrate her wins. Stand with her in the fire, not just in the light. And if you've already let her go, then take this moment to whisper a prayer of your own. Now ask God for grace, for growth, for a second chance if it's His will. Because heaven watches how you handle what it sends. And she was never just a gift for now. She was a glimpse of eternity,